Nu händer det något.
Ja, nu är det nog fan inne.
Ja, men nu händer det.
Men jag ser ingenting här än. Så inte...
Nu det händer.
Nu händer det grejer.
Oj.
Nu är vi live.
Men nu är vi tidiga.
Ja, nu är vi tidiga. Oops.
Oj.
Lite lagg på det.
Ja, lite lagg. Ja, men vad bra. MC-pappa, vi fick starta tidigare för att du var så ivrig. Oh, we have to talk English also. Let's see. 22 people in here waiting for things. You're early. No.
Nej, 24 stycken som är väntar.
Ja. Hello. We're early a bit. Let's wait for them. Let's have a sip of beer.
Howdy boys, so cool. Howdy.
In order to read the comments, I have to be close. Maybe we should move up a little bit. Hello, Belarus. I work with people from Belarus.
So do I.
We have to show baby in the back also. There. And nobody puts baby in a corner. Hello.
S-unga? Nej, vi är inte från S-unga.
We're not delivering quality content until now. 1800 hours. And there we see 88 people in here wondering what we are going to say. And we prepared. Where's my papers? I have nothing. I prepared stuff that didn't work, so it's only camera. We cannot look at the Austria, Servus Christi. All right. So, okay, let's do all the greetings first. Hello, Greece. We visited the Greece on a trip. And let's grab your favorite drink. So cheers, everyone. Tonight is premiere. We are catching up on the beer drinking because Turkey, it was a challenge to get the beer. So we are catching up at home a little bit. So I have we've been home since... Is it 3 weeks now?
Yeah, it's 3 weeks.
3 weeks. And working constantly and not even done with all the episodes yet. So it's the subtitling because too few of you know the global language of Swedish. So I have to subtitle everything. And it's been a lot. So we have 7 episodes on the trip where we went from here. We started here in outside of Lidköping. Oh, money is pouring in. This live session will be about 3 hours long because now we see that money is being sent to us. Thank you. Yeah, we're not used to that yet. So yeah, we started here and the goal was Turkey, and so we transported more or less small roads through the Balkans and down to Turkey, and yeah, did a lap in Turkey, and it was all new to me at least. And this guy, Seymour, he is going to watch the series and see what we did over there because he did not come on the trip.
No, I bought a house this summer, so I decided to stay home and fix the house so I can move in earlier. So these guys have lots of things to show me on this trip they've done.
Yeah.
It's the first time I see it also. So
Yeah, so that's why I made all the episodes done so that we together can watch it all tonight. If you trace our IP address, you can find out where we are, because this is the only place where all the 7 episodes are played tonight. But you'll have to do with episode 1 today, and then we decided on 2 episodes every week so that you don't forget about us. And yeah, so it's down to Turkey, a few episodes in Turkey, and then adventure class, refugee ferries to Greece and over to Italy, and all the Italy way up there, meeting some nice people, and yeah, so that's the trip really. And what, let's see, I haven't read everything. Poland, Czech, Poland, hello. Are you playing Snake? They're actually watching their phones to monitor the comments, so they are watching your comments. Next beer round on you, Rebel 11. Thank you. And I don't think the image quality can get much better than this, because we're on the countryside inside a garage. And yeah, I hope you can hear and see us at least. And I'm this close because we're all over 50 now. ADV like a Swede. That's a great shirt. So Switzerland, we went through Switzerland, not through, but we went inside the border and out again. And Slovenia, we missed you this time. So yeah, it was an interesting adventure for sure. But it was, in retrospect, a bit long. We covered almost 12,000 kilometers on the bikes, and that's just and no major breakdowns or anything. Some small mishaps that can happen to everyone, because Seymour was not on this trip. So we
no flat tires this time.
No, because we were going on the most dangerous road in the world. There are about 10 most dangerous roads, but this one claims to be it, the D915. And since Seymour falls off the road sometimes, we were a bit anxious.
I ride a KTM.
Yeah. Which bikes did we use? I go on the T7. Stefan, on the last trip you had the Honda
Africa Twin, yeah.
Africa Twin.
And this trip you have the KTM 890 GR.
Why didn't you have the Africa Twin?
I sold it.
Because?
Because it was a bit too heavy, big for me.
Yeah.
And I like the 790, so I changed it. I changed bikes a lot.
Yeah, but you went.
Yeah, for Africa Twin.
Yeah, the big Africa Twin.
Yes,
but
it suit me perfect.
Yes. So we were curious, but Tony never falls off the bike and he never has a problem. So when Seymour not coming on the trip, we were thinking who will get that share of mishaps. And to all our excitement, it was Tony this time. So yeah, you'll see that. So yeah, in the first episode we get to Turkey, but yeah, we have fun on the way down also. So and I'm still running my Motus Adventure tires So we're amazed. The front tire, the Dual Venture, because now we put them on, we have ridden 12,000 kilometers on the tires, and the front tires needs to be changed on the Dual Venture. That's a knobby. But the rear, I think I can go 5,000 kilometers more. Perhaps not the sharp edges and go off-road, but there's a lot of meat after 12,000 kilometers on the Motors Adventure. So that was quite amazing. Who was navigating? Did we get lost again?
Not into Ukraine this time, anyways.
But adventure is about getting a little bit lost, isn't it? Because we never really know where we're going. We're going in a direction, but we didn't make any major incidents in the navigation. Like that. Hello, Hungary. You can't wait for the episodes, but you just have to wait a few minutes more, because after this live session, I will not do a premiere launch or anything. I will just go in and release the first one, like so. And so 5 weeks on the road. I had no real problems personally, but now I have a back problem. So perhaps that's from.
You need to get back to the.
Did we ever consider smaller bikes? Not on this trip. I could have done very well and even better on a 1250 GS, actually, because the parts of TET that we went on, we had some problems. First with health for a bit, so we stayed where we had some gas station toilets every kilometer, so that was needed. What beer are you drinking, Seymour?
This is a Swedish beer called Småland.
Småland.
Yeah.
The little land.
The little land.
The Lilliputs. Again, on the size of the bikes, because and when we went on the TET, the parts that we went on, we had no idea, but they turned out to be quite easily ridden. But the big bike would be good because we had such major distances to cover. I mean, we went to Trabzon, which is not far from Georgia, and then is it called Georgia?
Yeah, it's called
Yeah. Georgia.
Not the state.
On my mind.
On my mind.
The country, not the state.
Yes. And then down in the middle and back and everything. So, I mean, 12,000 kilometers or 11,000 kilometers. I did not wish I had a smaller bike. I wished I had a smaller bike, because that meant we had some more fun terrain and so on. But that was not that kind of trip. We had these amazing views, and Turkey was one thing that we were amazed of, was the different kinds of mountains all the time, different colors.
Yeah, the changes in the landscape.
Yeah,
When we went through
there are so many changes. We went through almost a jungle of green and wet and so on, and then just over the ridge, it's all sand and stone and different colors altogether. And next turn there was something else. So that was great. Fuel consumption, and I actually spoke to my friend Steve at All In Travel. He also recently did a trip through Balkans, and the mileage just gets different when you get down there. I had the best fuel consumption I had was, we say it differently in Swedish, so I have to rethink it. 2.9 liters per 100 kilometer through Poland and Slovakia, Hungary. So suddenly we get their fuel. I think we have too many green parties in politics here, and they mix it up with
alcohol.
with all stuff. So on average, on my bike 3.5 liters per 100 kilometers, and I think your Africa Twin had
The
you
best.
no average
Average 4.2.
4.2.
3.9 for the KTM.
I'm not sure why the mileage is different, but in Sweden we want to show everyone else how good you can be. So we mix up the fuel with stuff that makes it more expensive and less effective. So yeah, no idea. Motos Dual Venture, good at highway and off-road. Yeah, happy with the tire. The front tire, since it's dual, you can turn it around, and that would be a good idea. We haven't done that, so you get the sort of the cheese shape, the slopey cheese slope on them, but you can turn them around to make them go further, or at least wear down a bit more evenly. Next plans for big adventure, we have a few things that we thought about, but yeah, we haven't really spoken about that yet. But one thing we want to do is cross the US and do that kind of trip. The TAT and the BDRs and things like that would be awesome. And I'd like to go back to do only, well, we have different wishes. I'd like to go back and do only Romania for a couple of weeks because I like that country. We went through Bulgaria, yes, but we crossed it on one single day. So we started in Romania, ended up in Turkey. So one day. The helmet, me and Tony, we have the Climb.
Me also.
And you too, Krios Pro.
Yeah.
And I had mine on the trip before also, so I had it for more than, there's many miles now, over 2 seasons. So very happy with that helmet. Light, especially the lightness. 1.3 kilos, which is hard to beat on that kind of helmet.
And it's really quiet also.
It's quiet, yes. Which country gave you the most problems with paperwork? And actually, did we have any problems no, not this time.
I wasn't
Not this
with
time.
you this time.
No. And again, Seymour was not on this trip, so everyone had the papers ready, and that was only passport, the registration document, and the green card, the insurance thing. And we went through all the customs and police at the borders. 0 problems. The different climate conditions, we were most scared for the potential heat in Turkey. What if the temperature got over 40 or 45? So that was a concern, but we were lucky. We reached for one day 39 degrees, but by then, that was after about 3 weeks or something like that. So we were sort of adjusted for the heat when that was one day. So normally we had days between 30, 35. And I talked about wearing the merino wool underlayer, and yeah, it worked, but it wasn't better than not wearing it. So yeah, not sure I will bring that next time. Do you guys use earplugs riding?
What?
What? On the,
Sometimes,
mostly,
mostly on the highways.
yes. We have these earplugs. Seymour, do you remember the name of the earplugs that we bought from Pia?
No, I don't remember.
Phonak.
Phonak, yeah.
Phonak earplugs. They are supposed to be motorbike earplugs, but if on such a trip, if you need them, you're going the wrong way usually, because it's too fast. No, a good speed, you don't need them. If you're out in the mountains and having a good view. If you're going a highway, yeah, perhaps you need them. Alpine Motosafe. All right. Good. There's some Turkish stuff there. Türkçe bilmiyorum. I don't speak Turkish. But yeah, I did some Duolingo before the trip, actually.
Lots of it, I think. Because if we ask you a question, you were answering in Turkish.
Yeah.
If I remember it right.
Yeah, but I got used for my Turkish numbers.
Yeah.
For instance, I ordered 9 beers, and they got that. 9 tane. Yes. So yes. So Africa Twin Ordinary 700. I'm not sure what that relates to. Africa Twin or if you ask him, it's the Africa Twin. If you ask me, it's the T7.
And me.
And you. And if you ask him, it's the 890, I guess. Yeah. We are all married to our own bikes, but we never fight over it. Hello from Småland.
Småland.
Yes, he's drinking the Småland beer. The planning of the trip, we had one goal. We wanted to do a clockwise lap in Turkey, and we wanted to do some TET. We wanted to go on the D915, things that we saw that you could do. I do have a map that we usually, before a trip, if we're going somewhere, we have a Google map, and we put all the different places and tracks and everything that you can do and see, but we never plan for it. We just say, let's go, something like that. And then it depends on where we end up. And we can have that map just as a research thing so that we can see that, oh, we're close to that thing, let's go there. But we never make plans before, because every day is like we wake up, we have a drink. No, we don't. But we gotta get on the bikes and ride in the direction that we agreed on. And then we ride until we get a bit tired and we check some booking site for a place to stay. So how far more today do we want to go? Well, that city looks good, so yeah, let's go there. And same thing next day. So we never know how far we will get the next day or whatever, because then you have the possibility to go somewhere or say yes to something or something like that.
That's the adventure of it.
Yeah. So planning to switch from V-Strom? You had a V-Strom?
Yeah.
Yep, to something more off-road oriented?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So should you get the Africa Twin or the Tenere? There's no answer for that. You have to try them both. Great bikes, different tastes. Do you like sour candy or sweet? You have to try them. T7 on the highway, comfort-wise, do I miss some power? No, because we're going on small roads and just it's quite slow speeds also, so no problem there. Presentation of us, I'm not sure.
We have a video.
Yeah, we have a video.
Yeah, we have a
Do we?
Yeah, I guess we
Yeah.
have. It's a greeting from New Year's Eve last year.
Oh,
2
yeah,
years
yeah.
ago.
The presentation could be done because we're pretty much the same. We're 50 years approximately. We look like this. We're from Sweden. We ride bikes. Okay, we can go into it a little bit. Tony is the most experienced. He's been riding. What have you been riding since when? I talk so I don't
12
get to
years.
drink.
Since I was 12 years.
What
So,
kinds of bikes have you ridden or types?
A lot of bikes, road bikes, enduro bikes, trial. Herco is the best. So it's a lot of bikes.
Yeah.
And many years,
And that's why you don't fall as often as we do, I guess.
probably.
Seymour?
Yeah.
Seymour?
Say more. Say more. Say less than nothing at all. Vad fan ska jag säga? Drive T700. Very satisfied with that one.
But your biking history, when did you start riding bikes?
13, 14 years old with a Honda CR80 Cubic,
Oh,
the first one. And then mopeds with a larger cubic cylinder on it, so it was not legal to drive it. And then it was Husqvarna 125 Enduro for a while. And then after that, is a couple of years, I didn't drive bike at all. And then I bought this Suzuki V-Strom.
all right.
And then I changed it.
And with the V-Strom, that's when you started riding with us, because Nomad Sweden is Stefan and Tony, 2017.
Yeah.
Heading for Iran and doing a big trip, so you make a name. You go on that trip. We meet at the pool party. I had the license, but never rode bikes really, and brought me with you.
Yeah.
I have a longer experience with making videos, so that's when it all started with the Nomad Sweden that you came up with, and then Seymour came along, and we know each other since the 80s. And yeah, so like that. Back on topic, I guess. What if we plan and don't find a place to stay? That was never the case. There's always places, just we go further if we don't find something. We didn't bring tents at all because it sometimes, perhaps not on this trip, but there could be some place where pitching up a tent and so on would be fantastic with the nature and everything, but that would be 1 or 2 nights in 5 weeks in this kind of trip. So we just brought one small bag, 30 liter, and that gives you, that's a different kind of trip. We like camping and going and sleeping in the woods and everything, but we do that mostly in Sweden. Agalarbu video samman I don't understand that. Sorry. Hello, Arizona. Amazing people from all over the world. Yeah. what do you think about the V-Strom? We haven't ridden the V-Strom since your model year
2014.
but a lot has happened with the V-Strom since then.
Yeah, I think so.
The 2023 model I read about just recently, they make it every new model is more and more off-road. So
that model I had, it was too low for the driving in the woods because the engine cover was touching everything. So I was stuck.
Yeah,
in the woods.
More like a tourer.
it's quite
Yeah, it's more like a touring bike.
it's quite low, yes. Were we happy with the Moscow duffel? Me and Stefan.
Yeah, I guess we were.
We used the Moscow duffel for the first time. And since we only brought one bag, the idea with the Moscow duffel was that it's side loaded, so you don't have to open up everything, but you can just open up the side, and it has the beaver tail to get to things. And it delivered, it gave us exactly, I think.
What we want.
Yeah, it was really good. It's really thick and almost too rugged. It's like Panzer.
It's too heavy.
Yeah,
The bag itself is quite heavy.
only I had the 30 liter
Yeah,
and
40 liter.
and you had the 40, and my 30 liter bag is 2.7 kilos, just the bag. So, but it's like a pair of
But
jeans.
it's a good bag. It's a good
Yeah,
bag,
yeah.
so I like
It's
it.
like a pair of jeans. It's stiff and like that in the beginning, but it softens up, and the beaver tail and side loading was really good. So yeah, could recommend that. Ever adventured in Finland? No, we did not yet.
Not yet.
I've been there. Me and Tony has been there.
Oh, you've been there? Yeah, you went through Finland.
Yeah.
Would you consider going on a arranged tour / trip where you rent the bikes on site with guides and prefer just planning and going your own, or just prefer planning, going on your own adventures with your own bikes? I think
We can rent the bikes, but not on a planned tour, I guess. It's a bit. No, it's a bit. I wouldn't like that, I guess. So going to a place, renting a bike, and doing your own trip is the best way, I guess, for us.
yeah,
For me.
a shorter thing. Like there are so many trips that you can go, but I don't think anyone in this group is very fond of going like 15 people in a group. But yes, it's sort of a compromise there. Flying somewhere, renting the bikes, but then going by ourselves, I guess. We're eremites. We never meet people. We see text rolling up in chats, but otherwise we don't meet people. Moscow motor luggage. Yeah, we covered that actually now already. So, but I will make a video, sort of a debriefing of all the gear from the Turkey trip. So that will be covered there also. Yeah, meeting followers is, perhaps would be cool to do something like that at some point. We haven't really realized that people follow us. We see that in numbers and stuff like that, but we go on our small trips and make the videos, and then we see numbers. So, hello Switzerland, home of Enduristan. Yes, I'm a big user of Enduristan gear. I like it a lot, so I haven't had any problems. Although Dragos from Romania that we met, he had some problems. We have to ask him.
Didn't you have a problem with smell from the first trip?
Yes, I had a problem with Enduristan, the monsoon. You're correct.
Yeah.
But because if you put cans of mackerel, the fish, the conserved cans of mackerel in them in 30 degrees heat, and they accidentally open, but you don't notice. And after 4 days, Endurance bag smells really bad for a long time.
2 years, maybe.
Yeah. So I haven't told them about it, but and perhaps it's not the Enduristan thing. The lack of swollen head syndrome. I was looking now who has the biggest head. You have a round head.
Yeah,
Same or
I know. There's lots of shit in it also.
Yeah.
Lots of strange things.
Yeah, mackerel. Yeah, that was on the and the good thing on that northern Sweden ride on the up north series that we did. Yes, Seymour had the Volvo, the car, because his bike went into a tree and took you with it. Yeah. So you got a Volvo instead. So I got to put my mackerel bags in your car instead of having it on the bike. So, nice talking to everyone and seeing people. Oh, Jesus, have you seen the number of people? 150 people. All for some reason interested in what we do. Hello, guten Abend, Deutschland. So I guess you are interested in watching the videos. So we're getting close. I'm just going to release it when we're done. Carrying spare parts with 3 different bikes. Yeah, that was actually a good thing when last year when we went, me and Seymour had the same bike, so we carried some stuff in between the bikes.
Me and Tony had the Africa Twins, so we also
and you had the same bike, so you packed some stuff also. Now we had 3 different bikes, so I think I had a set of bearings. They rarely break down, but we had some just bad experiences with that, so it was good to have it. I had a set of brake pads for the rear for my bike because in front they were slower than the rear, so I just put that. But otherwise we just brought the tools so that we could remove the wheels, fix a flat. I have tubes, so I bought the tube, and we can go through that. I think also in the video with the packing, I showed a bit of that. The honeybee bite. Yeah, Stefan.
Yeah. When my head grew to twice of its size.
Yeah, that's the swollen head.
Yeah, that's the swollen head. Yeah, that was me. Yeah.
You should see that.
I don't really know what kind of insect it was, but it was a huge one, almost like a bird.
We heard it on the intercom. It said, and everybody heard it on the intercom.
And it cracked my skin actually. So it was.
It was a big white mark with a red dot with dripping blood, and then.
And I wasn't driving that fast. I was driving quite slowly. I was about 60 kilometers an hour, and this huge animal crashed into me.
And he always rides with the visor open.
Not always, but mostly.
Mostly, yes. I never do that.
So I can only blame myself.
And then you look like the elephant man.
Yeah, I did. I did. I was huge. And actually, the next day in the morning, I couldn't see. So I had to pry my eyes open to see anything on that eye. So it was really bad. But it went away in a couple of days. So.
Imagine the insect that hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it died.
Yeah.
Actually. So.
Twice.
Next trip, we talked a little bit about that, but not sure at the moment. So we have to get back on that. Kotor, Montenegro. Should I go by plane or motorcycle from Turkey? We went from Sweden to Turkey on motorbike. So
It's not that far.
so it's not that far if you ask us. You go over Greece and then up through Albania, and there are all great countries to ride in. Starting in Greece, great, and Albania, awesome, and Montenegro, yeah.
North Macedonia also.
Yeah, North Macedonia also. Don't forget the north.
And beware of the slippery roads in North Macedonia.
Yeah, very slippery roads down there. What a bike do you tip for the first bike for beginners? If we're talking adventure bikes, I don't like the middleweight to heavy adventure bikes. If you can afford it, just get the bike you want, because at least that.
Don't buy a too heavy bike.
No, don't. I started, my first adventure bike was the 260 kilo GS 1200 Adventure. So, and then I got the T7. But yeah, start on the smaller size, 650, 700, something like that. Doesn't have to be fancy, but not a good answer perhaps. But yeah, T7 all the way. That's my answer also. Thank you, Paul. GPS, these guys are Garmin guys. Yeah. Garmin, the XT, Sumo XT. Yeah. And phone.
Yeah.
I use the Android device with the apps.
Me also.
Yeah. And the apps are different depending on what we want to do. If I want to ride prepared GPX files like the TET or things that we did ourselves, I use the drive mode dashboard because that's the system I use. But if I want to navigate to the closest Starbucks or tekel shop in Turkey,
The tekel shops are very important.
yes, then I just Google Maps or something like that. Yeah, the rally tower was good, although I tipped it over and got to meet the not the maker, but yeah, the maker of the rally of the rally tower. So he had to tweak it a bit. But the wind protection is not great. It's not worse than original. It's 2 centimeters higher windscreen on the rally tower. So, but it doesn't really make. Robert, bro, do you want to upgrade to see T7 World Raid? No. I don't want the bigger bike or heavier bike. And there's nothing on there that I'd rather upgrade my T7 and keep the weight down. And I have the 16 liters tank. We went on this big trip, 11,000 kilometers ish. And I had this extra fuel bladder with me, filled with cheap Turkish gas, but I never used it. I had it on the bike, but I never used a bigger tank, had the need for a bigger tank. And yeah, I like the slim T7 more than the World Raid. But that's me. There's a bike for everyone. How many riding years, and we covered that a bit, do we have? And Tony and Seymour started as kids. Me and Stefan started as grown-up kids. I started at 47, so I've been riding 4 years and this kind. But I think I have some experience from downhill mountain biking and stuff like that. Yeah, going through rough stuff. Hej från Sandra och Susanne. Är det någon som har träffat dem?
Nej, kanske.
Just det. Hej på er.
Hej på er.
What's the experience after 10,000 kilometers about the headlight on the rally tower? I guess it's better lighting than on the standard. It lights up good. Yeah. You should try the Aprilia Touareg 660. Yeah, I'd like to try it, but I know already I will never own one because I'm too much about feelings and looking at things, and I have to love it when I see it. And I don't love the Touareg when I see it. So I guess we are eager to go and watch the episodes now, and we kept you up past curfew almost. Before we turn it on here, I think because someone asked about the GPX from the trip, and I will show you. I paste the link here in the chat. I think you can show it. That's the full, all the parts of the trip that we did in Turkey that I managed to record. So that's that.
The part in Poland, you were driving at on your back wheel. That's because the front wheel didn't register the trip, right?
Riding on the rear wheel. And that was a full day in Poland. So yeah. How old are we? 51.
6.
Yeah. 25. Like that. How did the bikes perform? We didn't go on Romaniacs or anything, so we did many miles or kilometers, and we did some TET and all of it. And I think no bike performed better. Sometimes I would like to be on the Africa Twin because it's more comfortable on long stretches. I mean, you can go for hours on a straight road through Turkey in the middle section there because you have to get 400 kilometers in that direction. But they're all good. We had 0 problems with the actual bikes. Only skit bakom spakarna, or what it's called in English. Well, when we create the problems ourselves.
Behind the wheel, maybe.
That's the incident with the rain pants that I was speaking about. It's in episode something. Yeah. We followed part of the TET Turkey route, yes. When we were not... first, we could not go because we needed better toilets. You'll understand. And then we skipped parts of the TET because of weather, heavy rains and fog. It's a really dramatic weather system there in the north, along the Black Sea coast, Trabzon area with the mountains. And but we did parts. Stephen Eldridge, yes, Steve, we're just a bunch of kids, aren't we all? Like so. So what I'm going to do now, because I think you are eager and we are also eager to get started. So I guess we will cut this thing short almost. Hang on, I'm clicking on stuff here. Give me some time, because I'm going in now and I'm looking at episode 1, and I'll change that from private. And actually, right now, I'm going to change it to public. There. So, guys, I will press save now, and we hope you like it. Especially, I hope you like the intro. I put some effort into it. Yeah. So I see some more questions, and maybe we can return to that. But we'll just thank you guys for now, and jump in and see the first episode, and we'll give you every Saturday and Wednesday. You can look forward to a new episode until all 7 are done. So let's do this.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Thanks and bye-bye.